So this weekend I went up to Salute 2017, the wargaming, we call it a convention or a sales opportunity. Anyway, it's the first time I've been to Salute. It's been going a number of years, run by the South London Warlords. Went up on the train, cost me £18, and first trip on the Docklands Light Railway across to the Excel Centre, where a lot of the people for the London Marathon today were registering, so it was quite busy on the trains on the way out there. Anyway, we got there, or I got there, queued up to get in amongst hundreds and thousands of other people. Eventually got to the front of the queue and we got in. We got a goodie bag, and these are the items that were in it. There's a figure made by Warlord Games. It's a female, I believe, although you can't quite see it there, holding a flag. With a nice base that says Salute 2017 on it. I think that's made by Warlord Games, and given to the first 5,000, I believe. Dice. Some information. Walking Dead All Out War. Of no particular interest to me. I'm not really into fantasy stuff. There seems to be a lot of fantasy stuff there this year. I don't know if it's the same every year. Various other bits and pieces. Again, not all fantasy stuff. And some kind of Kickstarter campaign for some figures or a game of some description. I'm not sure what I've done with the brochure that came with it. I might have thrown that away. And another figure, plastic figure. Again, fantasy, unfortunately. I've no idea what Wild West Exodus is, although there was a stand selling it and giving away rule books for it, but I wasn't particularly interested in that. And here's the figure in question, nice base, and something with a long tail. I might paint that up, have some fun painting with it, even if I'm not going to use it for wargaming. So there were tons and tons of organisations and companies selling bits and pieces. And I had intended to buy one or two bits, so I was looking forward to it. So let's have a look at what I got. Now, my main reason for going was to have a look and buy some of these Victrix Romans. I think these are fairly new out. I've always fancied some Romans to add to the collection. I quite like the look of them when they're painted up, so I'm going to have some fun doing that. So I bought two of the Roman Legionaries Advancing, 25 figures I think. Incidentally, I got these for £20, which was cheaper than the Victrix stand we're selling them for. I got these at another stand. They're looking quite good, lots of detail in there, so I think I'm going to have some fun painting those up when I get round to it. I also bought a couple of packs of the Roman Legionaries Attacking. Again, 25 figures, so 50 in total. That's 100 Roman Legionaries I've now got. Now I bought some shield decals for the Romans. I've never tried these before, but they've been recommended, and I just bought some 3 to sample them really, because obviously I'm going to need a lot more than the 36 that I've got here. Let's see how we get on with them. I think these are £4 each. And to go with the Romans, I think I decided to base them on 40mm bases, so I had to buy some of those. About 5 packs, £1 each, and bought some single ones as well. About 20mm squares and 40mm squares. Those are those. And while I was looking at bases, I got myself a handful of casualty or pin markers from war bases, where I get most of my other basing stuff from. So they go from 1 to 12, and then I can make those up to fit in with my battlefield. And some larger ones. Larger ones go from 0 up to 12. The smaller ones just go from, I don't have a 0 on them unfortunately, but anyway, they should be useful for stuff like bolt action. What else do we get? So let's go with my Romans. I bought some my legionaries. I bought some legionaries in mixed armour plus velites and command. Another Victrix box set. This one's got 60 models in. So that's a reasonable sized Roman force that I've got. And whilst I was looking at those, I saw the Spartan hoplites. I did have some Spartan hoplite plastic figures many years ago. Never painted them up, although they look good. So I'll be quite interested to have a look at those a bit later and paint those ones up. I did have some shield decals for those as well, but I didn't get any on that occasion. I can order those in the post if I need them. So what else do we get? Just a couple more things. Got a couple of Panzer IIIs. So the Rubicon Panzer III and the Warlord Panzer III. Specifically wanted one of the Panzer IIIs to go with my North Africa figures. I bought some Perry figures recently, and fancy a vehicle, an AFE for my German force and my British force. So that's the Rubicon models one. That comes with all of them, it's exactly the same. And the Warlord one, got these for a few quid cheaper than mail order. And to go with those, I've got a British an M3 Stuart, which I'm going to put for my Desert Rats. So I think that's just about it in terms of what I bought while I was up there, so that should keep me going for some time. It was an interesting experience, my first one there. Lots and lots of people queuing up. There must have been, I don't know, must have been 700-800 in the queue when I got there. Took a little while to get in. Once once you got in, the queues for some of the stands were a bit prohibitive really, particularly when you've got a rucksack on your back, as I had, because I had my camera gear with me. So I spent the first hour just wandering around looking over people's shoulders before I started to have a proper look. And it was also interesting seeing lots of the wargame demonstrations. Got some marvellous layouts with terrain and buildings and lots of ideas. So I took lots of photographs. I'll probably stick a few of those on at the end of this video. So that's about it, I think. Looks like I'm going to be very busy over the next few weeks. I'm not sure when to start on my Romans, but I'm looking forward to those. So thanks for watching.